Good morning. You are listening to UpReach, a morning devotional presented by the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee, to encourage you as you face the opportunities and challenges of today. Let's begin this day together with some inspiring thoughts from God's holy word. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. John chapter 14, verse 27. Why does it seem as if all people deeply long for peace, and yet so few ever really find it? What is it that makes peace so elusive? Could it be that we so busy ourselves in pursuit of it that we fail to notice when it is right within our grasp? Consider these thoughts from God is No Fool by Lois Cheney. Once, on a weekday, I was spending some hours at a beach, and I saw a mother and her little boy. The day was perfect, bright and warm. The beach was quiet, and there were very few people there. In little quiet clusters they sunned and slept and read and swam lazily. All was quite different from the weekend water riot of noise, music, and shouting. The white skin of both the mother and the boy told quite clearly that this was not a frequent type of outing for them. I watched the boy as he shed the tightness and duty and rigid living rules that so wrap up the life of a child today. His eyes blinked and took on the loose, mind-wandering gaze that carried him everywhere at once. I watched in delight as his whole body gave over to soaking up moments of awareness with stones, shells, and water-hardened sand ridges. He was joined by the forms of life that call and scurry in harmony with a beach. He sat and walked or squatted, idly probing with fingers and toes. Contentment covered him with a protecting shield. Rasping, breaking the air like a rusty knife, came his mother's irritated voice, commanding him to go into the water and not to play along the beach. That's what they had come for. That's what they had sacrificed money, time, and duties for. Startled, he tried to obey, but each time the hold of imaginative minutia halted his mind and eye, and he'd slip into the world of peace. Again and again came the rusty knife. Finally, in disgust, the mother gathered up their belongings, and hauling him by one wrist, she hurried him off to the too-hot, too-metallic car. She muttered his ungratefulness and his foolish response to the opportunity. He followed obediently, and they drove off. And a strange grief welled in my throat. I had seen the death of peace, the gift of peace rejected. And I prayed for the boy, and I wept for the boy, and I heard God murmur, I know. Then I gathered up my things and went home. What about you today? Are you able to find peace in your world? Why not ask God to lead you to the peace that passes all understanding that can only be found in Him? This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.
I'm getting anxious to see my sweet Jesus. He promised that He would return to take us all home, where we'll sing a new song for the day my heart yearns. Oh, this could be the day when He calls me away. The thought makes me shout with glee. What a welcome relief when His face I see, when He comes in the clouds for me. When He comes back right out of the blue to gather His faithful few. We'll rise up to meet Him with a body brand new when He comes back right out of the blue. Oh, when He comes back right out